Good morning. It's Monday the 19th of May and we have less than 20 days left in the 75 hard WSOP challenge, which I'm quite excited about. I'm quite excited for this to be over. It's pretty tough drinking all that water every day, making sure that I've checked off every single task that I have. Doing the exercise in the morning and the afternoon is pretty easy. It's part of my habit now. Eating the diet that I have planned is basically the same as every other day, so that's easy. But just those other few extra tasks, the drinking the water, the reading the 10 pages, I think I'll be a little bit relieved when I free myself of those. Leading up to Vegas, still about 25 days remaining until that, or 24. I'll still stick to the diet, I'll stick to the exercise. I'll probably continue drinking a good amount of water, but I won't have a strict set amount that I have to drink. What else is there to talk about? Not much else really. I'm just hard at work at the poker study, joining the training sessions that I've got, putting them into practice and continuing to move forward. I really would like for Australia to unban online poker. I'd be able to get a lot more volume in and be able to iterate on my things that I need to work on. I'll be able to discover them faster and quicker. But that's not the way it is right now. I'll probably get to some live tournaments over the next few weeks just in preparation of Vegas. Anyway, back to the walk. Hey, how's it going? It's Thursday this week, and I really haven't been recording much, and therefore there won't be much in the video, I suppose, up until now, because I've just been focusing on doing my coaching sessions, getting my practice and training in, and all of the other stuff that goes around the challenge. But in terms of an update on the challenge, everything's going well. I think we're maybe 1.5 or almost 2 weeks away from completion of the 75 hard part of the challenge, which is going to be a relief. I think I've mentioned it before. I'm pretty keen to get this over and done with, and then just have sole focus on poker and getting better at poker. I think this week I'll maybe lay out my rough daily plan for each day in Vegas, where I'll have my preparation before the tournament play, what I'll do during the day, and then the recovery at night. So stick around for that and I'll show you that soon. Hey, how's it going? It is Sunday. I don't actually know how many days are left until Vegas, but I'm pretty sure we're under the 2-week mark for the 75 hard challenge. So that's really good. Maybe like 13 or 12 days remaining. Weighed in at my lowest point. Still haven't really felt a difference overall of like what it's like to be, 12 or 13 kilos lighter than I was 2 and a bit months ago. But I'm sure it has an overall benefit anyway. Today, I think I'll go over what my general daily routine is going to be when over in Vegas, when I'm starting a tournament and then going into the second day of the tournament, assuming that the second day is right after the first day. So I've set out a plan for myself of sleep and play and preparation and all the other things that go in between when managing your day. And so I'm going to go through that now and show you what I've got, and of course appreciate any comments on what you think I maybe should change or anything that I've potentially missed. And yeah, so I'll just go into that now. Okay, so on the first day I kind of have an assumption that I'll sleep till about 9 a.m. and I'll get up and then go through my exercise routine. I have a gym available where I'm staying, so I'll be able to do a little bit of cardio in the gym, and there are some weights and cable machines available in there, so I can do that. I've got an hour allocated from 9 to 10 for the exercise routine. And then after the exercise, I've got shower and then breakfast. I've allocated an hour to those two activities. So a few minutes for the shower and then make the breakfast. Breakfast could be something that is pre-prepared, so may not need that whole hour, or it could be something I need to make each day, and maybe I'll, in the video, probably next week, I might go through the diet that I've been using for the 75 Hard Challenge and what I'll be changing it to when in Vegas. But yeah, basically an hour there for a shower and breakfast. Then the next half hour is basically for getting the Uber and traveling to the WSOP. I'll be staying approximately 5 to 10 minutes away, so there's a bit of time there waiting for the Uber, and there's a bit of time just packing my bag, getting everything ready to go before jumping in the Uber and heading over to Horseshoe or Paris. Then I've left myself half an hour where I can go through my pre-play routine or pre-session routine, which will include some things like setting my daily goals for poker, maybe reviewing the previous day. I'll be recording some little videos for this stuff, so you'll see all of that. The pre-session routine will probably include some kind of focusing of the mind, maybe listening to a guided meditation or just doing my own kind of focus and breath work. And then the next thing we do is register and jump in our seat and play. So they'll be using the new WSOP Plus app. I'll be using that, and I think you get your seat pretty quickly. Now, most tournaments start generally at 10 a.m. My schedule will be planning for me to get to the Paris at about 11:30, so I will be late registering and sitting down about 2 hours into the day's play for the day ones, of course. For future days, I'll be there right from the start. And the reason for this is mostly for the sleep, the extra 2 hours of sleep that I can get. And it's because I'm trying to fit in all of this morning routine, exercise, breakfast, meditation, daily goals, etc. I need to save some of that time, and chopping it off the beginning of the tournament is not going to be too huge of a hit to the EV, so that's what I'll be doing. And then basically the next 12 hours of play will be basically making it to day 2. So starting at 12 p.m. at the table and having a break every 2 hours. A break every 2 hours, and during those breaks I'll do what you need to do during a break and just basically try to reset and prepare for the next session of play. I'll do a few hand reviews for the vlog, and yeah, they're only going to be like 20 or 15 minute breaks, so they'll be quick resets. One other thing to note is that around about 7 p.m. ish is when the late reg stops for most of the bracelet tournaments. It started about 10 a.m. and that's when the dinner break is as well. So again, with the diet side of things, I'll go over what I'll be doing for dinner break, but again, that'll just be a longer time to review the play, record a few videos, meet up with some of the people that I know, chat about how they're going in the tournaments, and go from there. And after the dinner break, the plan is to keep accumulating chips and make it through to day 2. And as I mentioned, day 1s will usually end quite late in the night, maybe around midnight, and so the day will actually flow on to the next day. The next day, at around about 1 a.m, we're assuming I, of course, bag and make it through to day 2. So the day after, assuming that the day 2 is right after the day 1 that I'm playing. Now, if it's not like that, obviously, I'll get a day's break or maybe go play a different tournament on that day in between. But we bag and we Uber back to the Airbnb. I've left about half an hour for that. It maybe takes a little longer, but we'll see. Try get out of there as fast as possible, really, because as soon as I get back to the Airbnb, I've got to upload the video clips for the vlog and do my own daily review. I might do the daily review just before, because that video clip will be included in the clips that need to be uploaded. And after the daily review, and that'll be going over the goals that I set earlier in the day in the pre-session routine, and just over anything in particular that happened during that day's play. I'll move into the wind down routine, and that is just there to help me get into the right mindset to get to sleep, because if the day 2 is right after the day 1, usually the restart time is around about 11 a.m. and so it will actually be earlier than when I start the day 1. So I need to get to sleep and wake up with enough time to do my exercise, get breakfast, etc. So again, it'll be around about the same time, but we need to leave an hour earlier. So we'll be waking up an hour earlier than the day 1. So getting up at about 8 a.m, heading to do the exercise, shower and breakfast again, do the Uber over to the WSOP and do the 30-minute pre-session routine, setting the next daily goals for that day 2, and then heading into play. And basically everything's the same from there. So that is my daily routine, and that'll be basically it for today's, or this week's video. I think there's only going to be 2 more videos after this one before you start getting the daily vlogs in Vegas. So, as I mentioned, I'll go over some of the diet situation that I've been doing over the last 2.5 to 3 months. Probably do that next week. And then the week after, maybe go through what my actual schedule is going to look like in terms of which tournaments I'm aiming to play over in Vegas. And just any other updates coming into the end of the challenge. So next video will not be the end of the challenge, but the last video, the last weekly video before the WSOP vlogs, will be the end of the 75 hard challenge and the preparation of the week of departure, if you will. So departing later in the week, I'll have a few days beforehand to get things ready. Maybe I'll do a gear overview of everything that I'll be taking with me on each day to the WSOP, and everything that I'll be taking over to Vegas, to see if that helps people with maybe if you're planning things, you'll get that a few days before I leave. Anyway, if you've been enjoying my videos and you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Keep watching the videos all the way to the end. It really helps get the video out to many other people. And come and watch the daily vlogs when I'm over in Vegas. Otherwise, thanks for watching my videos.